Spit what you wanna be, who you wanna be. We don't stutter till I die. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna. Spit what you wanna be, who you wanna be. We don't stutter till I die.
Hello everyone. Hello. I'm Kaya Marie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about hair tips on how to grow your hair. So if you want to get some tricks and tips on how to grow and retain your hair, continue to watch the video. Y'all, my phone was bugging. Like, it kept cutting off every time I record. So, all right, honeys. So, okay. So, tip number one, you want to make sure your hair is hydrated. Your hair loves hydration. So you need water. So you need water in like drinking, consuming water, and also putting water directly on your hair. So that comes into play when you are doing a hair wash, care routine. I tend to wash my hair once a week. So it'll be like every Saturday and I'll stick to it, or every Sunday I'll stick to it, or maybe on a Friday, but one time per week. I'm gonna start using a new method where maybe like the end of, like when I'm taking a shower, I might run water through my hair just to like keep it hydrated, because I don't go out much. So I'm gonna try that method moving forward just to see how it goes. But yeah, it just, your hair really loves hydration. Just think of it as a plant. You know, plant needs water to grow. It needs sunlight. It needs love, tender, and care. So just like your hair needs water. So you got to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you have a hair wash routine. I prefer once a week. This kind of falls behind this. The next tip is going to be followed by your hair love to be moisturized. Moisture your hair. Try to get products like hair conditioner, uh, hair lotion. I'm doing the hair lotion method where I use pink. It's a pink hair lotion that I use, and it keeps my hair nice and moisturized. You can also use oil, but I like to use oil that promotes growth. So I'll use like oil if it says help promote growth for longer hair. So you can use oil to keep your hair nice and moisturized. So another thing you can use to keep your hair moisturized is grease. I like to use the Blue Magic grease. The Blue Magic grease, it helps with keeping your hair conditioned, and it keeps your hair from any breakage. So I like that. So you can use hair grease to keep your hair conditioned, moistured, and to prevent any hair breakage. All right. Just a little nugget to like add on to. You want to make sure your balance, your diet does come into play with your hair growth. Um, you want to make sure you are eating healthy as much as possible. Um, any natural source of nutrition can help promote hair growth. Um, so if you're just eating healthy and you're drinking water, it will promote health growth. Um, you just want to avoid like drinking too much alcohol. Alcohol could age you, cause wrinkle, and it could also make your hair extremely brittle and dry. Um, it just does a lot of damage to the body. So how you treat your body on the inside reflects on the outside. So you want to make sure you're putting in good source of whatever you're drinking and whatever you're eating. You want to put in good benefits into your body, and then it would show on the outside of with your hair. So try to avoid alcohol, like hard liquor. um, I do drink wine, but I drink wine every blue moon, like every, it's just very rare. It's not like a routine for me to drink wine, but it's very rare, yeah. It's not it's not frequent is what I'm trying to go for. But yeah, your diet has a lot that comes into play with your hair growth. All right, so next tip is you want to use protective hairstyle. You want to keep your hair nice and neat to avoid any breakage. So the ends of your hair is very like it's the oldest. The down here is old and new and new. You know what I'm saying? So you want to take care of your elders, the elder growth, which is these are the most delicate and most fragile, vital part of your hair, which tend to break and knot up easily. So you want to make sure these are tucked in and like protected. So that could be like braids, there could be bantu knots, um, yeah, like sew-ins. Those are protective styles. But when you're doing like your sew-ins, um, it kind of get in the way with hydration, because it needs water. And I know with sew-ins, you don't want to tend to put water in there because it's just going to keep the hair like like soaked or whatever, and like air can't get to it. And so you don't want to jeopardize your hair for too long. It needs to breathe. It needs air. It needs water, and like you don't want to like have it hidden. You want to have like a intentional protection style. Like at night, you want to make sure you put your ends tucked away, whether you twist it, whether you put in a braid, but you want to wrap your hair at night. You want to use like silk material. Cotton material is good too. And yeah, so you want to make sure you wrap your hair at night. You want to make sure you put like a little quick protective style. I'm going to insert like my protective style. I like to wear two bantu knots on the top of my head at night to like avoid breakage, especially when my hair is stretched out. But later, I plan to, when I do my next wash, I plan to use flexi rods to style my hair because I still want that stretch method. So I want my hair to be stretched, but I'm going to try it with the bantu knot, and I'm going to try it with flexi ride my hair on occasions as well. Into our next tip, we want to avoid heat as much as possible. Um, do not get into the comfort of like flat ironing your hair often. Don't do that. Don't blow dry your hair that much. Don't do that. Air dry is the best method. And what else? If you want to like stretch out your hair, you would have to do like a heatless method. Maybe you do 2-strand twists. Maybe you do Bantu knots. But you don't want to rely on your heat supplies because your heating tools can damage your hair and cause breakage and hair loss. So we don't want to do that. So we gotta avoid heat as much as possible. Another little bitty tip is, you know how we wear sunscreen for our skin. You can wear some heat protection spray, like get you a heat protection spray when you're out, especially during the summer season. But you know, today is like the last day in summer. Um, this is the last summer day, but especially during the heat seasons when it's like triple degree weather and it's like scorching hot, you want to make sure you spray heat protection from the the UV ray from the sun, so that your hair is not like heat damaged. That's just an idea that I thought of and I implemented on myself. So that's another tip there. Okay, and you want to trim your ends. Me personally, I didn't go get my hair trimmed from like a professional hairstylist, but I did it myself to my best ability. I use my best judgment. I look at the ends of my hair, and if I have any like straggling, odd looking strands, that's just like you're gonna see, because they're gonna look like really thin and they're gonna look like scattered, and you just want to eyeball it and like cut half. You want to cut like half an inch of the hair, or it could be an inch and a half. So it could actually be like this much. This is like an inch right here where that could be that much of an inch. You can cut half of that, or you could cut an inch and a half. Okay, it's totally up to you. You gotta use your best judgment on how much you want to trim off the ends of your hair. The reason why we trim the ends of our hair is to avoid breakage. And when you are combing through or brushing through your hair, the comb and brush can go through easily, much more easily, because you know your hair, the comb and brush can go through much easier without like damaging it along the way, because it's tangled at the end. So you just want to make sure you trim the ends of your hair as often. You might want to do it every 3 months, or every 6 months, or you could do it once a year. Just, you want to do it however you feel comfortable. I recently did it, and I don't do it much as often as I should, but yeah, I just recently did it yesterday. I trimmed the ends of my hair. I did the best of my ability. I did not want to cut too much because I wanted the long look, you know. But I could have went and cut more, but no, thank you. No, thank you. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so this is very important. You want to do low manipulation. You don't want to bend your hair too much. You don't want to spend too much tension and pulling and manipulating the hair. You want to let it be free, let it go, let it grow. You know what I'm saying? So don't do too much styling in the beginning stage of your hair growth, especially when it's short. Like I had let my hair do its thing, or I would put it up. You could put it away, you could braid it, uh, hide it, put it away, let it grow. It likes to grow when it's hidden. I know a lot of people will argue like, oh, don't braid and then put it up, but it do tend to grow more when your hair is hidden. So when you have your hair tied up, or you're wearing a wig, or you're wearing hats, you're wearing scarves, it will promote growth hidden. It likes to grow in the shadow, and sometimes it likes to grow in the light, so you can kind of like let it breathe. It's kind of like a plant. Some plants grow in the shadow, some plants like to grow in the light. I'm pretty sure our hair is the same way. So just however makes you comfortable. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's your hair. But I'm just giving some tips on things that I've done that may have helped with my hair growth. Also, when you are washing your hair, and when you wash your hair, make sure you detangle your hair. I have a 4C texture, so you want to, when you're trying to comb through your hair, you want to use a wide tooth comb. You don't want to use anything small. You want to use like a big wide tooth comb. And you want to also, let me go grab it for y'all real quick. Okay, so you want to use a wide tooth comb, and this is what I mean by wide tooth comb. This is Conair. This is Conair. Conair. Conair is spelled Conair. And get you a Conair loose comb, right? A wide tooth comb, because the teeth on here is loose, and you want to be able to comb through. Now, when you comb your hair, after you get out the shower and you wash your hair, I wash my hair in the shower, or you can wash your hair in the sink. But after you wash your hair, however you wash your hair, you want to start at the ends. You always comb your ends first, detangle the ends first, and then you want to work your way up, all the way up, all the way up. You just, do one of these all the way to the roots. And then you want to you want to make sure your roots are detangled too. And then that's how you do it. So now my hair is already like straightened out, but I can comb, through. But when you comb your hair, you just want to make sure you are being tender with it. Whenever you're handling your hair, you want to make sure you're just really gentle with your hair, especially if you're a 4C like me, and you just want to be really gentle with your hair to keep it and to maintain length. So that's another tool. You just want to make sure when you're taking care of your hair that you're being gentle with it. You're not pulling and tugging and things like that. And also your hair loves circulation. So when you are like doing this number, like head massages, rubbing in oil, Your hair loves that because what it does is it's supplying the hair strand blood, and so you're like circulating blood to your, the root of the hair follicles, and so it helps promote growth when you're like, taking care of your hair. Um, yeah, so you just want to make sure you're protecting it at every time you have your hair down. You just want to make sure you're like taking that extra step to protect them and retain length. So that's another thing I wanted to point out. I'm gonna be real transparent with y'all. I'm gonna see how great the interaction is on this video, and if it does really good, and I see that it's a interest, I'll keep going with more hair videos. But um if it's something that you guys are interested in, I can keep going into details. But if not, I just still wanted to show up here to document my growth because it's been a long journey for me, 7 years, and I was able to get it to this length. And I'm trying to go harder. I did cut off some yesterday. It was longer than this, but I'm to my armpits, and so I want to get to the middle of my back, and then after the middle of my back, waist length. So I know it's doable, and so I'm like I said, I'm gonna insert some photos from my start to now. Now we're here. So from the beginning to here. So yeah. Um, I think that's about it. That's a wrap. I'm gonna insert maybe a few pictures at the end so you guys can see that the proof is there. I I I was able to grow out my hair to shoulder length. If I pull on it, like if I had it more silk, it would be armpit length. You see that? Armpit. I grew it all the way to my armpit. It's like kind of past the shoulder. And so my hair growth goal is to grow it to my waist length. So I know I can do it. It's gonna take years. It takes years. Okay, it's not like an overnight thing, y'all. You're looking at 7 years right now. This is 7 years of hair growth, and I had to take. It needs a lot of love and care and a lot of time in to manage and get healthy results. So, yeah, I really love, I like to flat iron my hair, y'all, but I use tools that will be more of a benefit. Like my flat iron, it locks in moisture instead of take away moisture. So when you do use heating appliance, I don't recommend heating your hair as often, but if you do, if you fall into where you want to heat it, because I fall into it all the time where I want to heat my hair, but use appliances that's going to not be as damaging to your hair. My flat iron keeps moisture in, it doesn't take moisture out. So try to look for flat iron that will lock moisture in. And then also try to look for like hair blow dryers that doesn't that doesn't damage the hair. Try to look for blow dryers that do not damage the hair. And yeah, there are some heating tools that you can use that is going to not damage the hair as much. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it in summary of what I had for you guys on this discussion on how to grow and maintain length for your hair. And you just want to do whatever that is comfortable for you. And I hope this video helped anybody that was just, curious on how to grow and maintain the hair. So I hope this video was helpful in any way. Um, but I thank you so much for watching and for you guys supporting the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and also hit the thumbs up video. Also, thumbs up the video. Give me a like if you like the video, and comment down below if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions. Sharing is caring. I'm all for it. If you want to give me some hair tips, I love it. Go ahead, comment down below. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. And I will see you on my next video. All right. And I always come out with new videos weekly. So once a week, I do post a video. Other than that, you guys, I love you. Love yourself. Love others as yourself. Keep God first. And I will see you guys on the next video. I will see you guys on the next video. Love you. Bye, y'all.